Good evening, South Hagerstown. This is Caitlin Wolf with the National Judge Association. I'm adjudicating you on auxiliary this evening. Okay, as we get started this evening at Allegheny High School. Okay.
Performing their 2014 program, the Social Network. Tournament of Bands is proud to present the South Hagerstown High School Marching Band.
Okay, so I'm sampling from both sides here and have you have the guard spread out. Thank you for that. Okay, so I'm really liking the variety of movement. Really make sure that we're pointing through. Okay, I really like that turn that you did back there and that attitude. Okay. Okay, I'm really liking that we're going to the ground here now. A couple of the girls didn't go to the ground. Okay, really look at the angle of how we're doing our leg, and are we going to 90? Are we going to 45? Okay, really make sure that we're following through the same thing here. 90 or 45? Are we sparkling under our saute, or are we just doing a normal saute? Okay. Okay, same thing here. How are we about mine? How are we pulling through? Making sure we're pointing our foot, making sure, are we bending on that standing leg, or are we keeping that together? Okay, really liking this moment here. Thank you, very nice visually. The initiation was very well done. Thank you, and I'm really liking the body you're adding under it. Okay, thank you for the 45. That added a nice variety, and the neck roll there, thank you. Okay, I really like the effort change in that moment within the breath. Okay, really make sure we understand how are we catching that. I see a couple of us are catching down and a couple of us are catching up. Are we utilizing that variety in a sense of for transitional purposes, or how are we utilizing that? Because a couple of them with the up came to the front and a couple of them with the down came to the front, but we still had a lot in the back. Okay, I'm sampling from the flag line now. Okay, the flag line is doing very well, communicating from side to side. Thank you for that. Okay, I'm going to come up and sample the rifles here. Okay, when did that toss go out exactly? What count? Really verify that. Okay. Okay, really liking the sampling within the variety here of what you've given the performer. Sampling from the rifle line still. Okay, thank you for that added level of difficulty there. I'm really seeing an understanding of training. Keep building on that training because I think you're doing a great job with that. Each performer is really understanding the training that you've given them. Just make sure you solidify the cleanliness of the package you're offering within heights of releases. And how are we catching our releases? Are we catching it down towards the neck, or are we catching it out on the nose? Really clean that up within performer to performer, but they do understand exactly what you're asking. Thank you for that. I think the level of work written for them is great. I'm still sampling from the rifles here, and I'm going to go over and sample from the flag line for a little bit. Okay, so currently the flag line is on side one, and as we're pulling to the front, flag line is still doing a fantastic job. I think the work you wrote for them is very achievable as they're still communicating very well together. Okay, I'm seeing a couple tears here. Don't know if it's layered or if it was just a tear. Okay, now I'm seeing some interesting staging happening between flag line to flag line because we have one out towards the 50 and 3 in. Is that something you might want to adjust? Okay, and I really like how your one individual she dropped, but she did it, and she stayed. That's very good in recovery training. Thank you for that. Okay, and I'm really liking how each of your performers is holding exactly what that they needed to do, even if it was a difficult pose like our young blonde up front. Thank you. That was very nicely executed. She showed a very nice depth of training there in order to accomplish that that toss turnaround into the flourish. Thank you. Okay, so I'm really appreciating how we're bringing the guard right into there. Okay, really make sure that each of the performers that you have is really understanding exactly what you're asking of them. You did a fantastic job writing this. Thank you for the glissade. That was a very nice variety you added in there. Okay, and I like how we're transitioning out and adding some color back in. Thank you. Okay, your soloist performer is doing very nice. I noticed that flex foot there. Thank you for the variety. Okay, now we're coming into our other, our brunette soloist. Okay, really make sure that as we're accenting, going around and leaning into that back bend, make sure that we really understand how to utilize the arms to help her get around. You know, her arms are kind of getting cut off at her elbows. Really make sure that she understands how to open herself up. Okay, I'm gonna come over here and sample from the flags now that we have. Okay, same thing. I see a lot of variety within our movement and within this layered moment. Thank you for that. Same thing again, whenever our leg is leaving the ground, make sure that we understand that is it a pointed foot? Is it a flex foot? Are we going 90? Are we going 45? Really clean that up and I think you'll have a very nice moment. Okay, I really like this moment, how it's building. Thank you. Okay, thank you. That was very nice. I really like how we brought that out and that it actually turned into a flag. Thank you. Okay, same thing whenever we're bringing that leg off the ground. Really make sure that we're solidifying that. Okay, I'm really liking the variety within the layer to the front to the back. Thank you for that. Okay, and I'm really liking how you're moving them throughout this statement, whether we're moving them side to side or back to front with our facings. Okay, now we're going to the ground. Thank you. Okay, really make sure that each performer understands that 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock thing. Where are our arms going when we're doing sautés? Are they going to the 9 o'clock or are they going to the 3 o'clock? Meaning, do we have those flat arms and how are we utilizing the arms to help us get off the ground?